Welcome back to Ben's Outdoor Boys. Today, you guys, we are working on our 2024 YZ125. I mean, since we bought this bike, we've had jetting issues, fouled plugs. It's been just a constant nightmare. And thanks to you guys, we're going to be switching to Castrol full synthetic oil. That was one of our subscribers says it's dialed. We're going to be going from a 32-to-1 to a 40-to-1. We're going to be putting on this FMF pipe and shorty on it, silencer. And everyone recommended the JD jetting kit. So we're going to be installing the JD jetting kit on this bike as well. And hopefully that takes care of our problems. And if not, smart carb. But that'll have to come down. I can't imagine spending another grand on this bike. So we'll kind of give you just kind of quick things, what we're doing. We're going to do a sound comparison of it. And we also broke ground today, you guys, and that'll be on a separate video. We started on our track. So that's going to be really exciting. So I shot that with the Insta360. It'll probably be kind of boring. There's no motorcycles in it. It's just, we're talking about the track design. We farmed it with our, plowed the ground with our tractor, and we're going to make a 40-foot wide and 350 yards long straight rhythm section. So all three of us can ride on it. So it should be really cool. All right, back to the 125. So I'll come around here, and we'll focus on the motorcycle here. So I've already kind of started, and a lot of viewers are asked, like, what's our daily life like? So my wife is homeschooling Michael, and so a lot of the video quality and the products have to kind of wait because I'm waiting for my wife to shoot the camera, and she's our camera person. So she's off, all done with school. I've already taken the two top bolts off on the slide of the carburetor. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this out. Let's slide this back. So here comes the slide. Oh. Up. Okay, so there's the needle. We're gonna be swapping that out. And I'm gonna do all this work, you guys, with the bike, with the carburetor on there. I'm not gonna have to take anything apart. So there's that. And this should be in. Pull this plastic piece up. Don't wanna lose that. And then it should go down. Hold on. Down and over. There we go. Make sure you guys are careful when you let this go. Whoop, there. Okay, there's a piece we're gonna need. So we're gonna set that aside. This is a small, I think it's a 7mm or a 6mm. All right, so mass confusion. I put away the sockets in the wrong spot. I'm like, what the heck? I thought for sure it was a 6mm. So you're gonna put a 6mm, and let's see. That should be tightening. This should be loosening. There we go. So I always take that out, you guys, and just kind of hand walk these out like that. There we go. So there we go. And this slide, this needle should just come right out. There it is. All right, so we'll go get the JD needle and we'll slap that in there. All right, guys, so here's the JD jetting kit mapping that they gave us. And we basically ride from 0 to 3,000 feet in elevation, and they recommend red all the way across. And the Pilot is a 50. So we're gonna go ahead and put the red needle on here, and they also recommend it to be on the 4th clip position. So that's what we're gonna do. And if you see here, this is the original Yamaha piece. Is that hopefully better? I brought it all the way up to the 1st clip. I was trying to lean that out big time. So we're gonna make it a little bit richer on the needle, but we're also coming way down on the Pilot. All right, guys, so I actually lost one of these clips before because I did it out in the shop. So see, I got the white paper towel clips on. So this is the red needle. You can see the red tip, and I'm on the 4th clip. So now we're gonna go ahead and install this back on the carburetor. Okay, guys, so make sure that this is up so when it comes back down, okay? So now that's all ready to go, and now we're gonna go ahead and install the top part of the carburetor back on. Second one, and then we're gonna flip the carburetor around and then do the Pilot and the main jet. That's good. Hey you guys, I'm really sorry about that, but for some reason my audio cut out on my camera. So I just got done putting the needle back in, and I'm taking out the bottom of the carburetor, the float bowl, that big drain bolt. And so I'm loosening that up right now. And I'll just have to talk until we finally figured out that our voice wasn't working, it wasn't recording. So I got that out, and by getting that out, now I'm gonna go ahead and spin this carburetor. So here I go. I'm probably looking about something. Oh yeah, I just realized, that's right. So I just realized to get to the main jet and the pilot, you have to take off the chain guard. You know, if you're going to try to operate this, you know, try to do this change out with the carburetor in the bike. So I'm loosening up the bolts here. Okay, so I got those two 8mm bolts off. I got the chain guard off and the little metal bracket in there. Now you can spin this carburetor, like right here I'm doing it. I got to make some adjustments to the throttle cable coming down. So you see how I turn the handlebars right there, you guys? That gives me a bunch of play on that cable that goes into the carburetor. So now I'm spinning it, right? Okay, and now when that chain guard's not there, I can actually look up inside and you can see the main jet and you know where the pilot jet is. So I'm going over what main jet I'm going to is a 170. Of course, you guys saw that I had the red clip, and then I'm gonna go to a 50 pilot. So I'm gonna do all the JD jetting kit to specifications. All right, well, the YZ came with a 60 main jet, and the JD kit recommended going to a 170, which is very fat at the top end, which that would make sense. We're trying to lean it up. I'm having major issues on the idle to quarter throttle. So, all right, so right here, you guys, I can't even get a socket in there. It's so tight. So what I end up doing is taking the socket off the wrench. I get it up in the carburetor, and I'm not sure what happened to the video of that, but I use a little pair of pliers, and I turn that socket, and that's how I get out the main jet. Okay, right here, Michael's giving me the wrench, and that's what got out that main jet. So there is the main jet 162. I went fatter on that. It came with a 160, and I'm going all the way up to a 170. So, all right, so I'm putting the 170 back in right now. I put it back in the little socket, you guys. I'm sticking it up in, and I'm finger tightening it with that, and then I'll grab that little pair of pliers and put it in, you know, up snug inside. All right, in this scene right here, you guys, I'm trying to pull that carburetor so I can see up in there, and I actually had Michael go over there and hold the carburetor because it kept wanting to kind of straighten back out because it's so tight in there. So that's why he has that grimacing looking face on there. He's holding that. And when he did that, I mean, it was literally lickety split. Everything went into place, no problem. All right, I'm just tightening up right here with that little pair of vice grips, and I have that socket in there, and the 170 main jet is done. Boom. So you guys, we just found out that our mic wasn't working, so I'll have to do a voiceover. But so here is this is a 58. A 58, and I'm going all the way down to a 50 from the JD jetting kit. A 50, that's crazy. But that's what they say. So, and we're almost done. I'm gonna just stick this back up in here. Almost there. Okay, one more twist on this thing because this thing keeps coming back. I'm gonna go right up. There we go. We're getting hard. Put back in. Was it worth that headache? I don't know. I mean, I'm not the best mechanic, and so I kind of hate taking everything apart. And so that's why I chose to go this route. So I'm putting my float bowl back on. Right down here, you guys, make sure you get that, because you really are putting a lot of stress on that cord. Make sure that that's back up straight. You don't want to, you know, twist that and have the throttle stick on you and go flying off the back. Okay, so that's all good. And now I'm just gonna tighten down these clamps, and then we'll put on the muffler and we'll fire it up for you guys. So here we go. Fully turn this air screw clockwise until lightly seated. Then back it out 1 1/4 turns. Okay, so air screw should be, is it that one? Let me look here. Pretty sure that's the air screw. Yeah, air screw's inside. Okay, so right here, you guys, that little copper one. So we're gonna screw it all the way until it seats. There, it just seated. And then it says come out 1 1/4. Okay, here we go. There's a 1/2, 1 1/4. Okay, and then it also says, let's see, I'm looking at it. Where do I see that? Let's see. air screw is between 1 and 2.5 for a steady idle. We can probably adjust that when we get it running. All right, so this is all set. I just got to throw this guard back on, and the carburetor is jetted to JD jetting specs. And then hopefully we'll ride it. Still pretty nice out, and there's daylight. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna access the muffler. We're gonna get that muffler installed here. We're gonna pull these off. And this is just 8 millimeters. I think it's 2 of them, and this little panel will come off, and we'll be able to see what we got. Got that. Is there anything else? Okay, that's different. Filter looks good. All right, now we can pull this stuff off. All right, the kids are getting all excited. They want to do something different. Wyatt right here off camera, he runs and jumps off the deck into the trampolines that we have. You can see the railing right there. I cut that out with the chainsaw. And let's just say the wife wasn't too happy about that. But the kids love it, and so do I. All right, so back to the bike. Twist out. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to be using these rubber garments, so we don't want to get rid of those yet. Backing screw there. And one down here. What's nice about doing something on the bike when it's relatively new, you don't got all that corrosion, and like things typically come off a little bit easier. A little bit. I'm gonna grab that. There's one. There's 2. And that should just come. Swap that right out. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right. You know, always make sure you got the seals there and they look good. And save your stock parts, because your bike is worth more when you go to sell it. And maybe you might have to steal some of the parts off the stock stuff. All right, we're up inside the motor. I'll put these springs on here, you guys, so that way it just kind of helps hold the exhaust in it. There we go. Oops. Am I blocking the camera? Nope. All right, here we go. Okay, so there we go. But it must go on some kind of a clip position. Oh, it could have been that right there. Oh, I bet you the money that's what it is. Let me look at the stock one. You can see what this is. So that other pipe doesn't come with the threads. So we're gonna go ahead and stick that, basically slide it in so the screws go in. All right. Too bad I didn't remember which one goes where.
Oops.
Listen, I'm no mechanic, so don't quote me on anything. I just barely know how to get things done. I'm thinking. So I'm not going to make everything super tight, you guys, so that way I have room to make movement, you know, change things around. And then this. Make sure I don't cross thread it. Make sure you don't force anything on these, you guys, because everything's aluminum, super easy to strip out. So like again, I'm just going up snug because I'm gonna make sure I get the right adjustments and then put everything together. All right, so now the tailpipe, like the gasket is to be used. So you take your knife or a screwdriver, and then you force that out, okay? And you put this into your new exhaust. Let's see, let's go this way. So there it goes in like that. Okay, that looks pretty dang good. Boy, look how much shorter that is. Here's the original. It has two different clamps, and now that is super short. Got it. Look. Okay. Ooh. That we're installing these said that right here, you can see right up here, here's the radiator hose, that it was touching. And I mean, it literally looks like a stock pipe going on there. So I don't have any issues there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just button everything down, and we'll fire it up. A lot of people wondered why I went with an FMF, you guys. I had a 1999 YZ125. I had it built, and I would go to the races and race against people. And a lot of my friends were big into the Kawasaki's. The bikes were super cheap in '99. And this 125 I had would smoke it. And I would pull wheelies and ride past them. And people would be like, what kind of motor's in that bike? Is that 250? And I was like, and I think it was like a 135. I can't quite remember. You know, that was like 20 years ago or more. But yeah, and it had an FMF. So it's kind of like a childhood pipe. That's why we went back with that. Okay. How long do you think it took us? Can you see on the camera?
I don't know. I have to add up all our little shots.
All right, you guys. So I looked and added up all the camera. So it took us an hour and 20 minutes to do the carburetor and to do the muffler. So actually not too bad. I was pretty impressed. All right. All right, you guys. We have it. There's the muffler. Everything looks good. All right, you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got the gas on. I actually like the way that pipe looks better. Don't you think?
Looks cool. Looks sharp.
I love the shorties. They're so cool looking. All right, let's see if this thing fires up. Check to make sure. Yep, nothing's sticking. It should just fire right up, I hope. So now you guys are going to shoot a vertical, and that'll wrap up our short. So I hope this is you know, a way to help you, encourage you to go out and work on your motorcycle. Working on a carb is not my favorite. I just hope this JD jetting kit works. And thanks a lot. Hit the like and subscribe. I can't wait to show you guys what we're going to be doing with our track. And I really appreciate all the subscribers. This is awesome. And hopefully someday I can quit my job. That's the goal. All right, take care, you guys. Thanks. All right, so there is the camera girl. Woo! She's all bundled up. I can't believe she's out here on a cold day. The whole family's here. I had Michael helping. Wyatt's down here doing tricks on our trampolines.
Where's your coat?
Nice. Yeah. If you guys go back and look at all of our other videos, generally we have a huge bouncy house right through there, and then all the trampolines around it. And the kids are just out here bouncing and playing. And yes, the motorcycle is up on the deck. We built this deck big enough so we could ride multiple bikes up here in the summertime and just leave them. It's like a childhood dream. And we're gonna take this railing off, and we're gonna be jumping off the railing. I've always wanted to do that too.
No, wait.
Oh man, all right.
No, let's do it.
Yeah, we wanna do it. And I'm sorry about the camera. We're gonna have to figure out what happened to our DJI mics. They quit on us. Woo! All right, thanks a lot, guys. don't know if you can see the snap. I mean, the power band comes on way quicker, harder. I mean, I just literally slipped the clutch and I was like in power. The smell of it smells better. My idle's still a little high. You can hear it. I'll have to adjust it. Okay, here we go. See how it's building up? Sounds good?
All right.
Thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. All right, you guys, so everyone recommended this oil, Castrol, full synthetic, and I'm doing a 40-to-1. The bike runs amazing. I mean, it's, you know, early, but so far, I mean, it sat here idled. I messed around with the idle screw, just kept on idling, didn't bud, and I'm really impressed. So this is the oil I'm switching to. I've always been a Yamalube guy, and I mean, maybe you're okay running a 42-to-1, but I'm gonna run the full synthetic Castrol, and I'm gonna do a 40-to-1, 5-gallon mixture. All right. Hey, you guys, also, these are our sweatshirts. And there's t-shirts coming to people, and we haven't given up on you. You know, we haven't forgot about it. There should be at our house on the 17th. These are our prototype. This should be bigger because we felt this was too small. But the back design's really cool.
Yeah, that turned out nice.
Yeah, the back design's awesome. So they're coming. We should get them on the 17th, our stickers and our t-shirts, and we'll be sending them out to you guys. Thanks again.